that I see, I won't show high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me.
Hey everybody, this is Allie and Kenny, and what's our show name?
I think it's the Yappy Hour.
Way too long since we've had a show.
It's going to be the Yappy month, so we can catch up on everything that we've missed.
Yeah, we're going to have plenty to discuss today. It's been about 2 weeks since our last show. We've had snow, we've had sickness.
Yes, we've had it all. We've had it all here on the Yappy Hour.
But we are here and we are ready to go. So Kenny, how are you?
I'm better.
You were the sick one. Let's clear that up.
Let's
Sickness
clear that
was
up.
Kenny,
That was
not me.
I had some sort of influenza. Had to take a week off and mend my vocals and my
That's what it was. It was
my
the vocal
brain.
cords.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to hear my sick voice. It's just not. It's just not it.
Is it nasally? Is it?
It's groggy, and I don't like being groggy because I like my voice. It's very, it's got the good.
I do. You have a nice
It's got
voice.
a little high in it, but
Sure.
but I could talk low if I have to. Mm-hmm. But when I get like groggy, like I sound like a frog, and it's weird.
You know what someone told me, interestingly enough? It was a professor here who I won't name, but that journalists, especially that want to be TV and radio personalities, should drink a lot of whiskey because that lowers your voice.
Well, good.
Do you drink a lot of whiskey?
I can't say, but I'm
Don't incriminate yourself.
I'm sure that I've been doing a good job.
Okay, that's maybe the low
That's
voice
fair.
then. Sure.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting. I said, okay, thanks for the great advice. I'll take you up on that whiskey.
Right. So who are the lowest pitched professors on campus?
In the mass comm department.
Yes.
Now,
I'm sure all the way around too.
like I said, I won't.
Yes, of course.
I won't name names.
Of course.
I won't blow any whistles. But anyway, so you were sick, but you were also out of town, so you've been all over the map.
Yeah, I know. I was sick, and I had to get better. So I saw a doctor, and then I decided to ship myself up to Boston, and go for a Model UN conference, and truly solidify my hatred towards the female gender.
Yes, I can't wait to hear about
I've never
this.
been to a Model UN conference before.
But you're in the Model UN at Iona?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've never been to one, so it was kind of cool to see, and the way Model UN works is very, obviously, it's a Model United Nations, and everybody represents a country, and you come together on different committees, and you talk about different issues, and you debate.
What country did you represent?
Now, Iona College was St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which...
Okay, and that changes every time? Or you're always...
Yeah, no. You change countries depending on the conference and depending on what they give you. So
you pull out of a hat, or...?
I think the people who run the conference pick based on seniority, where you're from.
So we didn't have a lot of seniority.
Yeah, so think about the United States of America was the University of the Netherlands.
Okay.
So, I mean, as cool as Iona College is, we're not the University of the Netherlands.
Okay.
So, so St. Vincent, we had to deal. And so I sat on the Social, Humanitarian, and Cultural Committee in the General Assembly, which was kind of cool because it's got everybody. So the General Assembly is basically every country all thrown into one thing. And a lot of people live and breathe Model UN. They live and die by their resolutions and by what they do in that room, and it's kind of freaky. People would
Cultish?
Really
Stop
scary.
saying like so much. That's what my mom wants me to say to you.
What?
I know my mom's thinking stop
She
saying
said,
like
I said
so
like,
much.
I keep saying
you
like.
You say it.
Damn.
Stop.
Okay, I will. Anyway, so these people get really crazy.
Okay.
They
give me an example of the craziness you experienced.
The craziness is knowing. Do you know Robert's Rules of Order?
Yes, I learned this in high school.
Knowing Robert's Rules of Order front and back like it's your mother's birthday. They are absolutely insane. It's just crazy. These people...
Robert's Rules of Order. Now you're taking me down memory lane. I was vice president of my high school my senior year, and
you got to know those Robert's
rules. We
rules.
followed Robert's Rules of Order for our SGA meetings.
Yeah.
And we had a gavel that was engraved.
Me too. I got one now.
It was a good time. Shout out to...
We should share gavels.
My president, Sarah Frick, and our moderator, Mr. Richardson, who's not listening. I just really felt inclined to give them a shout out.
I'm happy that you did. I'm happy that I could take you down there in lane.
4 years ago. Wow. Okay, so I want to hear this crazy story.
Yeah. So these people live and die by their resolutions. If they can pass a resolution, they get like their parents don't make them sleep in the garage. It's something like that.
Okay.
So this one delegate, and I was called delegate, and they put me up in a 5-star hotel. The Revere for a while.
Now I see why you went.
Yeah, so I was living like royalty. And so everybody called me delegate, and I kind of like that a little bit. Okay. And so there was this one delegate from the University of Florida I will not name her. Okay, her name was Stacy.
I'm not a UF fan, so go on with the crazy and promote it because...
Yeah, her name was Stacy.
Okay.
And she was representing the country of Chile. And Stacy was a very attractive woman, and she knew it. And she was the kind of nerdy attractive, with the glasses and the like the schoolgirl look, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And I've got a weakness for said look.
All right.
And she knew that I had a weakness for said look because she singled me out immediately. And I, being very proactive and wanting to maybe knock these Harvard kids down a step, I started a block, they're called, of countries who wanted to work with St. Vincent and the Grenadines on our plan for immigrants and their illegalness or their legalness or whatever.
Okay.
And so my plan, as the block came together and we talked about it, and it was called the HELP Plan. HELP. Okay. 4 different steps to help immigrants.
Okay.
Now, Chile comes over, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a Caribbean island, so we're down, so I'm working with South American countries and little island nations and stuff like that to kind of try and expand and get bigger and maybe eventually get on like a Germany or an America or something like that.
Okay.
And so we're working with Venezuela and Brazil very closely. And so Chile wants to come over and help us. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So Chile comes over and starts flirting very well with St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
You.
Me.
Okay.
And I'm a weak-minded individual, and I'm a weak soul and soft. And so she took advantage of me and used my brain and flirted with me to get me to tell her exactly what my plan was.
Did she steal the plan?
She used me to tell me exactly what my plan was, exactly what I wanted to do, and what, who I was going to work with and who I was going to talk to.
And you were an open book. Like a canary.
I was a canary on top of a mountain. I was.
Delicate.
So she goes over to the rest of her South American friends, takes Venezuela with her, and starts the HELP Plan.
Didn't even use a different name. She added an H?
She added an H.
That's just a stutter.
What? Yeah, the HELP Plan. What is wrong with people?
Wow, the nerve. So then what was her plan? How did she use this?
She just put in an extra H. It was the same 4 steps, but her other H...
And you let her get away with this?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because there's not much else I can do at that point. But the resolution passed, and hers got voted down in committee.
Your HELP passed. Hers was shot down.
Word.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Because she tried to go get America. Now, America, represented by the University of the Netherlands, she tried to go and swoon the man, who was the Netherlands man.
And take somebody else's idea?
And just kind of, be flirty with the American man and try and bring him over and say, look, America's on our side. But the Netherlands woman had a soft spot for Ken, which does not happen often. So when it happens, you need to take advantage of it.
Okay.
And I did, and they were friends with us, and we got dinner with them, and we got drinks with them of the non-alcoholic variety.
Of course.
And we,
Now, let me ask you, and I know you're going to, in this specific instance, but what do you think about women using their... I don't even know the right word.
Yes, sex appeal, I think, would be it.
To get ahead, whether it be in politics, in life, in business. What's your take on that as a man?
I will say that I talked to a faculty advisor who was there. And, the faculty, Tricia Mulligan, Dr. Mulligan here is our faculty advisor. So she came along as well. But there were a few faculty advisors who would be in and out of the room. And I actually talked to one of them about how do people train? How do you train for a debate like this? How do you get people excited, and how do you really understand what's going on? And he said that they do train boys and girls differently. They train boys to be strong, and they train girls to be flirty.
Now, we're now opening up a whole can of worms about gender roles.
Yeah, we are.
In
and
society,
you know what?
In the job market, because we're going to both be in the job market soon. Do you find, I should maybe ask myself this question, do you find that offensive, or do you think you should just use what you've got?
Yeah, it's hard for me to, cause I've got a very political mind.
Okay.
And it's difficult for me to say don't use what you have. I mean,
so you don't see anything wrong with a woman
I see something wrong with it, but if I had it, I would do it.
So there's a double standard?
Yeah. That's how it works. When you do things against people, nobody likes it. But when you do things for people,
This is something I wonder about, truthfully, because women are at a disadvantage. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we're in the 21st century, but there's still double standards. There's still gender imbalance. Right. I did a whole thesis on it, in just one area, but I'm sure it exists everywhere. Did that get pushed back? Thesis day, yeah. Friday.
Okay. You ready?
But, no.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Didn't mean to bring it up.
No. But if it took a year to do a project, I should be able to talk about it.
Yes, I'm sure you've got it under control.
So, I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if women should try to be equal with men, or if we're just, since we're inherently different, we should play to those differences. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. Like, why is it okay for a man to act like a man, and that's okay, but if a woman acts like a woman, like, let's look at politics. Hillary Clinton, where was it? Was that at the convention when she hugged someone, and it was like, I can't believe you would hug, you're a woman.
Yeah.
And she was torn apart. She was weak. Was it Barack Obama that she
probably
hugged? He was weak for doing it. She was weak.
Yeah.
When really,
no, that's what happens.
There wasn't much thought put into it.
You're right. I don't know. There's no answer. Obviously, there is no answer here, and it's difficult even to talk about it sometimes because a lot of people do a lot of different things, and I guess it really just comes down to your ethical,
right.
mind.
Do
Are you
women
going
lose
to
their credibility?
No, I don't think they lose their credibility.
For maybe simply acting like yourself. I think dressing a certain way, there's obviously, I don't even think it's a fine line. I think there's a very prominent line between, business, professional, but looking well.
Right, and you've got to look at the examples.
Looking too sexy.
And you've got to look at the examples of people who have lost their credibility by being overly,
sexed.
It's sexed. Yeah, that's a good verb. Adjective, noun.
Verb. Adjective.
And so think about somebody like Monica Lewinsky.
Mm-hmm.
Who had an affair with a very prominent man. The man is fine. Monica Lewinsky probably is having a hard time getting jobs anywhere.
Right. Well, and media plays such an important role.
It does.
In how everybody is portrayed.
It does.
So, I think we're past the point where women try to blend in as far as dress code and looking like men.
Right.
No more baggy suits. I mean, you accentuate your figure, but there is a line between sleazy.
Being overly sexed.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, that led into kind of a good discussion about gender roles.
So, really, moral of the story, Chile stinks.
Or University of Florida does.
A little bit of both.
Sting. That president that I served with, Sarah Frick, she actually goes to University of Florida.
Do we not like Sarah Frick?
No, I like
We like Sarah Frick?
Yeah, give her a shout-out.
Well, you don't always give shout-outs to people you like.
Who have I given a shout-out to? Someone I don't
know. I'm just saying.
You're going to have to wait till the break.
Sometimes you can give shout-outs.
Further. Well, now I feel, all caught up with you.
Yeah, that was nice.
I'm trying to rack my brain for something I have to say, but I don't know.
Did you do anything interesting over the last 2 weeks? Or
Same old
You need to get out
just
more.
really. No, I get out. When I say same old, I mean enjoying every single moment
I
have. Getting a little bit sentimental. And feeling.
Getting nervous.
This has truthfully been the best year.
Yay.
And you
I've been a part
have great things to look forward to because I thought senior year was going to be you're burnt out, you're run down, you're ready to go. And it hasn't been. I think, and everybody's experience is different, but my friends and I have really embraced this time. And
very good.
Used it, to the most of it.
I'm excited for you. And I'm excited for next year. And I'm excited for you next year. Who knows where you'll be, but I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I can't wait to see in the coming weeks. So beginning of March, I'm going to start applying for jobs. Dun, dun, dun. We need sound effects.
I know. We got to get a producer down here.
We do.
I'll tell you something that
Mike,
the morning show has
listening?
that we don't. Producers.
Yeah, give a plug to the morning show.
Yeah, morning show every 9 to 10. WICR morning show. You catch myself, Pete Considori, and our producer, whoever that may be for that day. We've got 5 producers. For 5 different weekdays. And we're on every morning from 9 to 10 on WICR. You can catch us the same way you catch the Yappy Hour on Ustream and Live 365.
I really hope this takes off and gets off the ground because I think it'd be a great thing for the program.
Yeah, I will say it's difficult. It's difficult to get up.
You got to get used to it. I'm struggling with, do you start to prepare yourself to get up early because you're going to be working? Or
because that's how normal humans
logic
live?
Is do you use this as your last opportunity to sleep till 10 on a Wednesday? What's the right answer? What do you think?
I sleep till 10 on a Wednesday. Jeez, I sleep till 10 every day.
Okay. No, but you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
You can argue both points.
I always find a way
To sleep in?
To sleep in. So I'm not the one.
Says the one who just plugged his morning show.
I know, right? I'm always the one to find a way.
Okay.
So if it's too rainy...
I think I'm doing a little bit of both. If I've slept in too many days, I'm saying, okay, Allie, get your act together.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
But I also
to me.
think this could be the last time for a very long time.
That's good logic.
Retirement
I like that logic.
you're going to be able to do this.
I like that logic.
You have a
a lot.
job, you get married, you have kids.
Oh,
forget about
goodness, Allie.
And as you get older, you truthfully can't sleep as late.
You need to relax with the kids and the marriage.
Okay, he's freaking out. We're going to take a little bit of a break.
Just working on radio shows here.
And we'll be back. And I hope you're going to like this song. If my sister's listening, I know she will.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight. Not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation.